And in our top business story, 70% of UAE customers trust their bank. That's according to a new survey launched by the UAE Banks Federation in a bid to raise customer service levels. The professional representative body for the UAE's banks has launched the independent study, which was commissioned with Brunswick Insight and Ipsos Observer to track the level of trust among the country's banking customers. The results of the first survey show that most customers in the UAE have a high level of trust in their banks, especially compared to customers in other international banking markets. UAE banking customers were 5 times more likely to say their view of banks has improved rather than worsened in the past 6 months. The survey also found that only 23% of expatriates believe banks at home are better than those in the UAE. The study, based on responses from 1,040 adults with bank accounts who are residents in the UAE, was conducted in August. According to the survey, most of UAE banking customers surveyed have confidence in banks to behave responsibly at 74% and trust banks to do what is right at 70%. Additionally, the survey showed that the majority of UAE customers feel that banks are dealing well with a variety of issues facing the sector, especially in keeping up with digital innovations at 78%, responding to new regulations at 71%, and preventing cybercrime at 71%. The value of cases filed with Dubai's DIFC Courts increased 5-fold in the first 9 months of 2015 compared to the year earlier period. Dubai's English-language commercial common law judicial system saw case values rise from 1.1 billion dirhams to 5.3 billion dirhams, a higher aggregate value than all claims filed in 2013 and 14 combined. In a statement, the court said that the huge increase reflects the increasing size and complexity of cases handled by the DIFC courts, rather than an increase in the amount of litigation. The total number of cases filed with the Court of First Instance in the first 9 months of 2015 fell slightly, while the average value per claim has more than doubled from 40.3 million dirhams to 95.7 million dirhams. Of the cases heard by the CFI so far in 2015, almost all were international disputes, with a recent survey by Clyde & Co. showing that almost 30% of all mergers and acquisitions contracts in the Middle East which chose litigation now choose the DIFC courts. The total and average values of cases heard by the Small Claims Tribunal also increased following the extension of its default jurisdiction to cover all claims up to 500,000 dirhams in value, regardless of the nature of the case. The total value of SCT cases heard in the first 9 months of 2015 quadrupled from 3.7 million dirhams to 14.6 million dirhams, while the average claim value increased by 43% to 82,000 dirhams. Tecom Group has announced that Dubai Biotechnology and Research Park, Dubiotech, and the Energy and Environment Park, EnPark, will operate under a joint umbrella to be known as Dubai Science Park. According to local reports quoting Tecom officials, the development is a reflection of the group's overall strategy, and the newly formed Life Science, New Energy and Environment business community is the realization of a continued commitment to respond to the evolving needs of the industry. The new identity is a step towards the ambition to deliver Dubai's innovation strategy and diversify the economy through the development of the life science, energy and environment sectors. Dubiotech was established in 2005 to support the government of Dubai's vision to transform the emirate into a knowledge-based economy, and its sister park, EnPark, founded in 2007, has been widely recognized for its work in the field of sustainability and the development of environmental products and initiatives. The Dubai-based business magazine Forbes Middle East has for the first time unveiled 2 new rankings, revealing the names of the top entrepreneurs and startups, while also celebrating the success of Emirati businesses bringing innovation to the UAE. At a glittering awards ceremony held in Dubai on Monday, officials representing the Forbes Middle East stated that Emiratis and UAE-based enterprises are making their presence felt by pushing the boundaries of the business world in the Middle East, while also revolutionizing their industry with modernization and growth never seen before. During her opening remarks, the editor-in-chief of the magazine, Khulud Al-Umyan, highlighted that the local startups and entrepreneurs have proven that they have the skills to inspire growth and diversification in their businesses, adding that this is not only bringing excellence to the UAE but also to the whole region. During the ceremony, it was revealed that of the 50 up-and-coming entrepreneurs, the food and beverage sector was the top sector with 12 rankings, while retail and technology sectors were a joint second with 7 rankings each, and the services sector was third with 6 rankings.
Inspired by the Year of Innovation 2015. So we have our most promising UAE startups where the founders can be from pretty much anywhere, but they've chosen the UAE to actually start these new businesses, which is fantastic. We started from a list of about 80, none more than 5 years old, and we narrowed that down to about 25. Well, we narrowed it down to 25. And then we have the up-and-coming entrepreneurs, and they are Emiratis. And we started from a list of 300 and narrowed it down to 50. And they were both based on similar kind of criteria, revenue and growth, innovation, brand recognition, number of employees, things like that. But it's a brilliant opportunity to recognize the talent actually in the UAE.
There is no doubt, you can see this every day, that a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs who come here and they really start from nothing. And today they are big boys, having fun, doing a lot of business. I think Dubai and the United Arab Emirates, with the infrastructure and the investment and the vision behind the idea of the United Arab Emirates, really inspires people to start, to grow as the way we have started and grown.
While receiving their awards, the UAE-based entrepreneurs and startups stated that the UAE has been an inbuilt entrepreneurial ecosystem which is inspiring more people to start their own business. Receiving his award in the most promising UAE-based startups category, the founder of Careem, a taxi booking on mobile application, Mudassir Sheikh has stated that from an initial investment of $100,000 in 2012, the company was able to raise $12 million in December 2014, and this shows that there are many unexplored opportunities in this sector.
We are in the business of passenger transport. So just to give you some numbers, in Dubai alone, which is a small part of the bigger region that we do business in, there are about 110 million trips that happen every year. We are still doing annualized, a couple of million maximum, right? So there's still a lot of room to grow in this market alone. And if you look at the broader region, which is the broader Middle East and North Africa, this is a $15 to $20 billion market, the passenger transport market. So it's a pretty big market that is not very reliable and efficiently run. Outside of Dubai, which is amazing, the taxi services are not very well organized or reliable. So we see ourselves as coming in and using technology and operational efficiency to organize the sector and make it more reliable and consistent.
We started 2 years ago, our company here in Dubai, and we got incubated in EnPark, which is Dubai Internet incubators that really took care of everything, the licensing and everything. They really, now we are incubated in Dubai Silicon Oasis, and the startup ecosystem keep on growing amazingly, and the network is there. There is much more investment coming in town as well, and networking. And those events really help basically to concretize a relationship with other people. So it's really great to see this happening.
The goal of starting a business should not just have one end goal of success. It has to be to continuing to grow and impact the community that you're in. And we're lucky enough that we're starting our businesses in the UAE, which is a country that's incredibly helpful to young businesses, and there's a lot of promise and there's a lot of hope, and there's a great infrastructure to help businesses grow here. So specifically when it came to our business, we focused on helping women invest in startups. So we want to help other businesses grow as well, and bringing women in on the investing side. And nobody can expect such a strong women's empowerment movement to come out of the Middle East unless they're here and they feel it and they see how much the government is working towards helping those gender equality goals.